Hello people with Red Devil blood, welcome to the channel. Hopefully I will support the channel with a like and subscription. Thanks you so much. Southgat verdict on Mainoo. Manchester United prodigy Kobbie Mainoo is set to miss out on being handed his first senior call-up to the England national team this month, according to reports. The midfielder has enjoyed an impressive breakthrough season in Erik ten Hag's side after making his Premier League debut last season. The 18-year-old has been a mainstay in United's midfield this term, making 22 appearances since October. Mainoo's performances for the Reds has left many urging Gareth Southgate to call up the Stockport-born for this month's international break. England take on Brazil and Belgium at Wembley Stadium in the final break of the season. In February, Southgate described Mainoo as fabulous following his last-minute winner at Wolves and impressive display against West Ham. "He's doing brilliantly," the England boss said after the UEFA Nations League draw. "I'm not certain he's necessarily going to be a defensive midfielder as such. He's quite a progressive player. But he's had a fabulous start to his career, and it will be good to monitor him as we go forward." However, despite Southgate's kind words, it is now reported that the midfielder is unlikely to be called up for this month's doubleheader with Brazil and Belgium. According to Sky Sports, the United youngster is set to be promoted to the under-21s for the first time as part of the FA's fast track to the senior team. England will be hoping to secure Mainoo's international allegiance sooner rather than later, with Ghana pushing. The midfielder is eligible to represent Ghana, as both of his parents were born in the West African nation. Randy Abbey, a member of the Ghana FA, has previously gone on record to declare the nation's hopes of persuading Mainoo to represent them. The Ghana Football Association is interested in monitoring, attracting, and persuading all eligible talents for its various national teams, he told The Times. Kobbie is definitely one of these incredible talents, and the association would love to work with him and many like him at home and abroad. Man United fan channel owner gets death threats after Hodgson chat. In a sinister turn of events, the United Stand fan channel founder, Mark Goldbridge, has been subjected to death threats after conducting an interview with Man United striker Rasmus Hojlund. An acquired taste. Goldbridge has seemingly upset some of the United fan base because of persistent bad-mouthing of players, the Daily Mail have reported on the death threats circulating on social media, which apparently also note the exact location of the channel's studio. Hojlund had promised to allow the channel to interview him after his move to the club, given that it's believed he was a long-standing fan of the channel. Clearly, the matter has now become something that the police will need to deal with, and it brings into question whether the channel will continue to broadcast in the immediate and long-term future as one of the more popular fan channels, along with the likes of Arsenal Fan TV. There are always going to be a minority of idiots looking to make a name for themselves. However, making credible death threats against another human being is arguably in very poor taste indeed. Goldbridge is clearly a mouthpiece for a large percentage of the United match go in public too, so it's clear he provides a service that people want to watch and listen to. Whether these latest developments will see him take a step back for a while will only be seen in the lead up to and after United's next game. PSG paid a huge price to buy Rashford. Paris Saint-Germain are ready to make a £75 million offer to sign Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford this summer, according to the Mirror. The Parisians are looking for a replacement for Kylian Mbappé and have had Rashford on their radar for some time now. PSG tried to sign the England international in 2022, but he decided to stay in Manchester. He had the best season of his career, bagging 30 goals. However, he has netted just 7 goals in 34 appearances this term, and looks a far cry from the sharpshooter who led the club to the League Cup win. He has battled difficulties off the pitch, earning a reprimand from manager Erik ten Hag after celebrating his birthday at a nightclub hours after United lost 3-0 at Old Trafford against local rivals Manchester City. Ten Hag dropped for him for United's FA Cup tie against Newport County in January. He had called in sick and missed training following a 12-hour bender on a trip to Belfast. PSG want to take advantage of the doubts around Rashford to secure his signature and bring him to replace Real Madrid-bound Mbappé. United could be tempted by the massive figure, even though they will likely hold out for more. The Red Devils are wary of breaching the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules (PSR), which force them to sit and watch throughout the January transfer window. Despite offloading Jadon Sancho and Donny van de Beek on loan, United have struggled to make money from player sales and may be tempted into considering an offer for the academy graduate, who recently reaffirmed his loyalty to the club. To balance the books, Mu want to have a Bremer intriguingly. Juventus defender Bremer has emerged as a target ahead of United's planned meeting with club officials from Real Madrid. The Brazilian centre-back is also a target for the Spanish giants, per news, who claim the 26-year-old is available for reasonably modest sum due to a release clause in his contract. It's believed that Bremer, who only signed fresh terms late last year, would be available for €50 million, £43 million in the summer. That deal would cost significantly less than the mooted £75 million required to bring Jared Branthwaite, another target, to Old Trafford from Everton. Reports in Italy claim Juventus are already considering potential replacements for Bremer, who is also attracting interest from elsewhere, including from Chelsea and Tottenham. United could yet attempt to sign both Bremer and Branthwaite if the new regime can achieve success in offloading unwanted players. Ineos are aiming to raise around £100 million in additional funds through player sales, with a number of high earners set for the axe. Mason Greenwood is one player who is expected to be moved on at the end of the campaign. Other players who have been touted as being available include Jadon Sancho, Anthony Casemiro, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Fenerbahce midfielder dreams of Mu. Fenerbahce midfielder Ismail Yuksek has revealed his dream of playing for Manchester United, amid interest from Premier League rivals Tottenham Hotspur. The 25-year-old is a defensive midfielder by trade. He was recently monitored by Spurs scouts during a Europa Conference League game against St. Gilloise. In an interview relayed by Fatomak, the Turkey international has now revealed his childhood dream of playing for the Red Devils. He said, "The club I would like to go to in Europe is Manchester United. My childhood dream." United signed his compatriot Altay Bayındır from Fenerbahce last summer. As things stand, there has been no reported interest from the club in the midfielder. The Turkish star has publicly spoken about his dream of moving to Old Trafford, but we don't believe the club will make an approach to sign him in the next transfer window. The club are likely to recruit a marquee defensive midfielder with exceptional ball control, alongside strong defensive attributes. Yuksek does not fall into this category this season. Yuksek has 1 point for tackles and 6.6 duels per league game, but he has a passing accuracy of only 85%. Yuksek has lost possession more than 10 occasions per outing. United will no doubt want a better signing to succeed Casemiro, who has been linked with a potential move to Saudi Arabia at the end of the current league campaign. In our view, Benfica's João Neves would be the perfect buy. He is only 19 years of age and has no real weaknesses. He is a strong ball-playing midfielder with excellent defensive attributes. Mu can sign their own version of Rodri, as Casemiro once again skewed a relatively straightforward pass straight to the nearest blue shirt. You would have been forgiven for wondering if the Manchester United midfielder was suffering from a sudden case of color blindness inside the first 20 minutes alone. Casemiro gave the ball away 6 times during Saturday's uninspiring 2-0 victory over Everton at Old Trafford. Now, passing has never been the Brazilian's best attribute. He has always been a destroyer rather than a distributor. But even by Casemiro's hot potato standards, this was a shocking display of inaccuracy. A pass completion rate of just 75%. Nothing short of abysmal for a footballer operating in his position against very limited opposition. Compare that to the performance of Ezequiel Palacios just over 24 hours later. Palacios, linked with Manchester United by Bild, and one of a number of potential Casemiro successors under consideration, barely put a foot wrong during a masterful display as Bayer Leverkusen extended their lead over Bayern Munich at the top of the Bundesliga table to 10 points. Palacios managed 157 touches to Casemiro's 83. 148 passes to Casemiro's 70. At a near-faultless completion rate of 96%. Leverkusen's deep-lying midfield metronome capped a performance reminiscent of head coach Xabi Alonso in his own playing days, with a sublime clipped pass to set up Florian Wirtz's late clincher at home to Wolfsburg. Whoever finds himself occupying the United hot seat during Ineos' first season at the helm, be it Erik ten Hag or another, no Red Devils boss will succeed in creating a team capable of controlling possession and dominating even middling Everton-level opposition with a player as reckless and as wayward as Casemiro in the number 6 spot, as Everton racked up nearly 50% of the possession and became the latest side to muster over 20 attempts on goal against Ten Hag's side. United looked like a team crying out for what many on the continent call a steering wheel midfielder, someone capable of taking control and dictating proceedings. A United version of Man City maestro Rodri, if you will. Palacios, reportedly valued at a bargain fee of around £35 million, could be exactly that. Not only a long-term Casemiro replacement, but a signing capable of transforming Manchester United from a team who play in moments into a side capable of trading in that end-to-end basketballness for 90 minutes of calm and control.